I know, but we gotta check the other ones. I think. Do you have to go live on YouTube? I'm pretty sure.
No, but we have to hit go live on Instagram.
Alright. Well, do you want to pull up the YouTube just to see?
No.
Alright. I mean.
I remember vividly that it's Instagram we have to hit go live on and not
Fine.
YouTube. And
Fine.
Well,
if not, you owe me $10.
I did not agree to that.
I'm
if it is, do you wanna give me $10?
No.
Okay then. Well.
Either you give me $10 or I get $10 from you.
That's the same thing.
That's the joke.
Hence I lose,
Exactly.
tails you win.
Exactly.
Hilarious.
I know.
I didn't know that you make jokes, Dennis.
What was that supposed to mean? I made plenty of jokes.
That's a joke.
Oh, man. That was a weird one. Okay.
Alright, well, welcome to Manny and Dennis vs. the Rest of the World. We're on episode 7. We've made it past 6.
Yeah.
You know, I think I had another podcast in the past and it only got to episode 6. So it would have been really funny if last episode was our last episode.
Yeah, well, that would show something.
The 6th episode curse. I can't make it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are we volume? Everything is good? I'm just concerned. I don't know.
Alright. We don't have way.
Wait. On Zoom, record.
Oh,
Go to hide keypad.
Okay.
I'll
do it. Yeah.
So now I'm allowed to touch the keyboard because he can't see.
This call is being recorded.
Alright. So what's up? Welcome to Manny and Dennis versus the rest of the world.
Yeah. How was your week, Dennis?
My week, it was all right. I mean, not very remarkable. I did a bunch of mics, obviously. What else? Fuck.
Did you celebrate
Halloween? Yeah. I dressed up as Tony Soprano, and at Gojo I did my whole set from like talking like Tony, and I just riffed a bunch of times, and it was funny. Everybody fucking laughed. I find that a lot of times, when I'm just talking, I'm sometimes funnier than with my jokes. Like I'm just funny in my regular life a lot. I gotta figure out how to like translate that better to the stand-up, because a lot of times, just what I say in life is just very fucking funny. So, my jokes are too, obviously, but I feel like I gotta figure out a way to translate it better.
I don't know. Maybe your jokes aren't as funny as you think they are. Did you?
Okay. Why'd you say that? So what am I supposed? I mean, what the fuck?
I'm just saying stuff to say stuff.
Oh, okay. But when you say that, that sounds like an insult.
Yes, it's supposed to sound like an insult.
But I'm not supposed to get insulted by it?
You're supposed to take it as a joke.
Well, I don't know it's a joke, though, because you say it like it's serious.
That's what makes it a joke.
Yeah, but if you don't know it's a joke, people are going to take it seriously, and then it's not going to be funny.
Well, I mean, context clues. Do you have confidence in your jokes?
Yeah, but I don't have confidence in other people's opinions of me.
So, your jokes are funny, but you don't think that people find them funny?
No, people find them funny when they laugh at them. But when I'm talking to someone one-on-one, I'm unconfident oftentimes what they really think about me. But at the time, if people laugh, I can see that. That's easy to notice.
So, as we talk, I'm going through your Facebook.
I know. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for your post about the scammer.
Well,
yes.
Go up then.
Okay. You find it, please.
Yeah, so...
No, I want your post about the scammer. Oh,
okay.
Thank you. Yes.
If you're looking for a certain part of it, that part has been deleted. If I know what you're looking for. And I'm not going to say it on air. Whatever it was. Please also don't. That was my mistake.
Alright, so, I'm guessing Katie made you delete the part that I was looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, because...
You can read the rest of it.
Alright. I would read the rest of it if I could read, but...
Okay.
You have to work your guys, Dennis.
Yeah. I believe this person's attention. I believe this person's account has already been deactivated by Instagram. But just in case, if you get a message from Dennis B Comedy with an underscore on Instagram, as Dennis B Comedy with an underscore, that is not me. I am just Dennis B Comedy. No underscore, no spaces, no punctuation. I don't know who this piece of shit is, but they've apparently been asking people for money on my behalf. And believe me, I do not need any money from any of you guys. If anything, I'm the one other people ask for money. True. Because I'm a very generous, not to mention humble person. Again, I do not know who this asshole is, but rest assured they will be dealt with accordingly. Yeah, so all of that is true. Maybe I'm not humble, but other than that, it's all true. People have asked me for money. I've given out lots of money, loans, and oftentimes I forgave the loans.
So,
yeah.
Did it always say very generous, or did it used to say extremely generous?
No, it always said very.
Okay.
And humble, obviously, I'm joking.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm joking, but I'm just saying, like,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was another part that you had in here.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that on here.
I'm not going to blow up your spot.
All right.
But it was something that...
It was funny, yeah. It was funny.
I found funny.
Good.
It was
supposed to be. It was true, but it's also supposed to be funny.
The fact that it's true, and I know it's true.
Yep.
But you're telling the whole internet that it's...
I mean, I guess I just trust people not to whatever, but maybe I shouldn't trust them.
I was good. So,
we can't say it. We gotta allude to it. Go ahead. Try to allude to it without saying it.
That makes it much more difficult.
I know. That's why. That's the fun part for me to watch you try to figure it out.
Okay. So you were referring to how can I say how rich you were?
No, I already said that. See, I do not need any money from you guys. I'm the one people ask for.
So it's okay for me to say that you were referring to how rich you were.
I wouldn't say rich, but yeah, okay. How much money I have, yeah.
Okay, so you were talking about how much money you have.
Yeah, I have money.
And that was the first thing that jumped out to me before, because I know that I've seen you have a joke about how you made Facebook posts that your wife Katie makes you take down.
That is true. That is true.
Because those
they're about our where we live and stuff.
Yes, and she considers them a security risk.
Correct.
So, as Mr. 135 IQ genius pattern recognizer.
All right. I'm not gonna take the bait.
You don't think?
Go on.
You don't think that talking about how much money you have?
No, I'm obviously I understand why people think that's a risk. I just trust that. I mean, who am I friends with on here? That's like what? Like Steve Kane is gonna come and rob me. Like I'm not friends with a bunch of fucking thugs on here.
Steve Kane might come and rob you.
No, I'm just saying, like I'm not friends with like fucking like legitimate criminals on like who fucking Chase Moore. Who's gonna come and take my money? I'm just thinking about who's like reacting to my stuff. Like I'm not that concerned about it, you know.
Who might take your money?
I mean, I don't know. Who else? Who else?
Holly Huff is gonna come creeping through your window.
Exactly. So that's why.
Looking for your riches.
Exactly. But I mean, yeah. I mean,
I just thought that was funny.
No, it is funny. It is funny. That's why I put it, because it's something people would never post. So I'm just, I was just.
But it's also something you've been told not to post. Well, you hadn't been told not to post that specifically.
No, listen. I respect my wife. If she says that's crossing the line for her, okay, fine. You know, it's fine.
But I was gonna comment on that immediately, and I was like, no, I want to let it play out. So I guess I waited too long. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about was how you had to throw in very generous.
That's a joke. Oh no! Generous is true. The humble part is a joke.
I'll continue. So a while ago, when we first started this podcast, I was going through a very broke week, and you bought me lunch, which I consider generous.
No problem. And I do that. Like I do that for people. I don't even want it's just some. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What are you gonna say? I appreciate it though.
But then. with lunch I ordered a soda and you got upset about that.
No, I was partially joking, but if you want me to get into it, the reason I had that reaction, so he was ordering a Coke, and I was like, wait a second, if I'm buying him lunch, why don't he just get water because it's free? But I understand that was rude, and I apologize. But the reason for that is because I used to date this girl, and every time we went out, she didn't have any money, and every time we went out, I'd pay, and she'd get a bunch of Mountain Dew and a bunch of refills. And I didn't say anything because I was dating her, so I just kind of started the relationship. I didn't know what I couldn't, I didn't know what to say, but it would drive me nuts because she'd order the extra large Mountain Dew every time, and it would just in my head I'm like, don't you see, like, if someone's paying for you, like you got a cheaper meal, but she would get a full meal and refills on a Mountain Dew constantly without even batting an eye, and it's like, to me that was kind of I don't know.
And it was irksome. It bothered you.
Yeah, it was because if sort of like, I don't know if you want to call it entitlement, but maybe entitlement to her because if she's with a man, then whatever the man want, like the man has to pay for anything she could possibly desire. So I'm not gonna. This person is a person. They're not friends with me on Facebook, but I don't want to give any giveaways. What the fuck? What was that?
I heard it, but I didn't see what it was. But it's.
I hate when that shit happens. I never know what it means. Hopefully it's still working.
I'm gonna assume that it is still working.
All right, yeah, OBS is up, so okay. It's working. All right,
okay.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
May I continue?
Yes.
Okay,
continue.
sorry. So she had this thing where she was like, I don't like asking for money. I don't like asking for gifts. I don't want people to spend money. But then she did like that, so she didn't. So I don't think she realized herself that she didn't mean it. So then later, when we broke up, she wrote down a list of things that she had an issue with me. Some of them were funny, some of them were, and one of them was like, that I don't buy her enough gifts and stuff. And I'm like, wait a second, you said you didn't want it. And then she confessed that she acts like she doesn't want people to spend on her, but deep down she does, and she just didn't realize that. So that's just something that happened. Yeah, that's something that happened with. And I get that, like. I don't think she was lying to me. I think she genuinely didn't realize that about herself. She thought she really didn't care, but she did. But I gave her. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just, maybe she expected you to be very generous.
I was very generous. No, I was very generous.
I'll give you generous. I'm not sure if I want to give you very generous.
I bought her meals every time. I gave her $100 in cash to buy a Demi Lovato ticket, her favorite artist. And then Demi Lovato OD'd and canceled the tour, and I never got my money back because we broke up. And I wanted to tell her, hey, you're not going to be using that ticket. Where's my money? But I didn't. I was generous. I was kind and humble and sensitive.
I'll give you generous. I'm not sure I want to give you very generous.
I've done things for other people that are very generous, but I don't want to mention them on here because some of them are on here. So I don't want to, whatever. But I've given. Trust me, I've helped people in need who are my friends. It's true.
Nah, you're making up these imaginary people.
Okay, for a bill, I helped them pay bills. I helped them pay rent. I helped them get their laptop fixed so they could participate in Mono United Nations.
What the fuck? Is that a true story?
Yeah, and it's on OK. She's not friends with me on here, but great girl, by the way. No, but there was this girl from Peru. She lives in Peru. I think she might have moved to America, but she's from Peru. And I matched with her on OkCupid.
Okay.
She matched with me. She had it set to worldwide. We started talking and we had a great time. We became good friends. And obviously I never met her. She's in Peru, but as much as you could be friends with someone over the internet, we became friends. And more than that too. Over the internet.
Did you video chat?
Yeah. No. She's real. Don't even start with that bullshit. She's absolutely real.
Did you have cyber sex? Like, were you jerking off in video chat?
Yeah, but I don't want to get too into that. But yeah, because my wife might see this podcast. But yeah, we did all that. But anyway, and she had certain things, and she was really into what's it called? Like she was in school. She was into geography and debates and United Nations.
How old was she?
She was my age at the time.
How old were you at the time?
20, 21.
So
it wasn't underage.
Still in college?
Yeah, I was in college, and for her, they have a different system in Peru, but she was in some kind of secondary schooling. And her laptop broke, and she was really upset because she was having this tournament the next day, and she didn't have money for the fucking laptop, and I helped her. I mean, but I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe I am, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you're not supposed to brag about yourself, but I think it's an objective statement that people who know me, I have many flaws, don't get me wrong, but I've always been very generous with money. When it comes to my friends, I don't like to spend money on, like, I'm very cheap when it comes to buying shit in a store, or you know, I always look for sales. But when it comes to helping people out, yeah, I'm always very generous with it. So that's just what it is.
I might have misread this when I first saw it.
How?
Because in my mind, you said extremely generous.
Oh, I mean,
my plan was to come into this podcast and talk you down to very generous.
Oh, all right.
So now I feel bad. Like, all right, well, I feel bad talk you down from very generous to generous. Because someone generous is a given.
Oh, well, thank you.
I feel like it would be an insult to come here and call you not generous.
Well, thank you. Is that because I bought you the lunch, or just in general?
Mostly the lunch.
All right. No, and yeah, no problem. Yeah, I mean, like, and I'll say this because, like, my friend Patrick, good guy, he called into the show a couple weeks ago talking about Naruto. He lived with me, and for a while, he didn't have a job, so I paid his rent for the first, like, he paid me back, but I still was willing to.
I also paid you back. I don't know if it was dollar for dollar, but I bought you lunch today.
No, I know. I'm not but I'm saying for rent is a lot more money. I'm
just saying that for the audience.
Oh, okay.
So they don't think I'm a bum here.
Oh, right. No. He gave me, yeah, he did, yeah, Manny, he bought me lunch the next week, so. But Patrick, I paid enough for it, and the deposit for the thing, for the, whatchamacallit, the apartment, I fronted that money, and the first and last month rent. We wouldn't have been able to move in. Now Patrick's doing pretty well. He's a teacher. He has his own apartment. I've been there. It's nice. But before, it was some struggle. And his brother, too. And I fronted that money, and we got the apartment, and it wouldn't have been possible without me. And that might be an arrogant thing to say, but it's true.
Dennis the Generous.
I mean, yeah. I mean, not like the lesbian, but yeah. But yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to tie Ellen into it.
Yeah, Dennis the Generous. What talent the generous have that I don't? Are you telling me this? Well, I can be a gentleman as smooth as a gentleman. Give me my Vanillin inhaler and 2 gin drink, and I'll invite Sarah Palin at the dinner then. Nail her. Baby, say hello to my little friend. You know what that is? That's Eminem. We made you. I didn't make that up.
I thought you were just freestyling.
No, that would be incredible if I could do that. That would be next level. Yeah.
Those songs in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, Dennis the Generous. You know he hates the generous.
Yeah.
Everyone else he's better than. He's like Confederate.
No, I don't like Confederate.
No, I don't want to.
Dennis the Generous. Can't stand Confederates. But when it comes to the money, boy is he. No, that's a flow that Eminem did it like, what boy is Bruce Generous. And I'm about as much of a boy as Bruce Jenner is. Because I'm not a boy, I'm a man, bitch. Get it? Man, bitch. He did that. That's Eminem.
Okay.
But yeah, I can freestyle at some. I'll definitely freestyle at some point. I don't know if I can right now, but.
I don't know if I want freestyling on this podcast. I honestly feel bad about the fact that I just tried to freestyle.
No, it was pretty good. You got some good rhymes in. I mean, the rhythm was off, but the rhymes were good.
That's fine. I mean, I don't feel bad about the freestyle. I feel bad that I did it.
Oh, well, I don't know why.
Subjected the audience to that.
But can you tell me? So you've been asking me a lot of questions. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So why did you quit rapping?
Because I sucked at it.
But why do you think you like? What exactly did you lack? Skill-wise.
I just didn't have fun doing it.
Okay.
Like it's. I could write a decent 16, but it took me a while, and then it's also like the whole thing of like if I had to work with a producer, then it's like getting the beat and trusting that it would be the same beat by the time I came back and was ready to spit. Just like the collaboration aspect, and then anytime that something happened and I did happen to make a song, when it came to performing live.
Oh, live, okay.
My mic technique was awful, and that's why I got into comedy was like, oh yeah, I just want to be more comfortable around microphones, and then I realized, wait, I'm way better at comedy than I am at rapping.
Well, here's the thing though, like, I mean, like I never even really had a chance to perform. Where did you even get the chance to perform? You got booked, or was it like hip hop open mics or something?
My friend got booked who was a more serious rapper, and he'd bring me on stage.
So I was gonna say that it's a different thing, like in the studio versus on stage. But just because you're not good on stage yet doesn't mean that you can't make songs. Some artists are just more in the studio type artists.
Yeah, I mean, I've recorded songs in the studio.
And then
too.
the other thing is like with the producers. See, so you would find random, like, where would you find your producers?
It would be people that I knew, like friends of mine.
And they were unreliable?
Not even, like, it's, sometimes I was reliable, but a lot of times it was just like, it was drama around it. Like, it was more of a team sport than I'm used to.
Well, you know, you
I
can
like solo sports.
You can go get on YouTube. There's a lot of royalty-free beats.
I know.
So you don't need to work with producers.
I know, but I didn't want to go do that.
Because they're not as good of a beats?
I just wasn't as interested in it.
No, because
I didn't like the process of digging for them, or if I wanted to change something, I would have done. Then it's even then it's like, what am I doing? Just making. I like the process of making songs with my friends.
Oh, okay.
I just also didn't like making songs with my friends as much, you know.
So you didn't record? Did you ever record yourself and edit it on the software, or did you have someone do that for you?
I never did my own editing, but I would record in like somewhat studio sessions.
Oh,
there's a couple. There's a couple of my tracks floating around on the internet.
Because I have my friend Phil. He's an audio engineer, whatever. So he'd have a studio in his house. I just do that, but then eventually my latest album, a bunch of songs, I had a mic and I just recorded it myself in the fucking room on the software, and I just sent it to him to get mixed and mastered. But I recorded it myself, so I didn't need to deal with anybody else's stuff.
Yeah,
but you said you like the single sport, but then you also like it with your friends. So yeah, that could conflict.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not motivated to sit at home and rap, and then it's also like I need to set up a nice space for myself or have a nice mic. Like the mic I had was.
To be honest, you don't even need that. I just had a mic. I have another room for rapping, and I just connected it into work. But I hear what you're saying. I'm not trying to convince you to. I'm just saying that if you ever want to, it's I think you could do it. But
yeah. I want to talk more about the scammer. How do you think you got scammed?
Well,
you didn't get scammed.
The good news is that this person didn't hack me or anything. They made a duplicate account.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really hurt me because they didn't get into my account. I don't have to change my password. I don't have to contact Instagram. I don't have to worry about my private info. So I'm glad. So if someone is gonna scam, I prefer that way. But how did it happen? I don't know. I heard that a comic I know, he said a couple other local comedians have been duplicated as well. So these people, I don't know if they're robots or what. I think the people that make the accounts are not robots because they have to find and get the info. I don't even know where they got this picture because I don't have a full-size picture of this on my Instagram, so I don't know. But then when they message people, it was very robotic. They would message everybody like, "Hey, how's the comic life going?" Even people that weren't comics. So it's like stupid. So it's like a robot, and the person would say, "I don't know, it's okay," and they'd be like, "Oh, good. By the way, I lost my phone. I had to get a new phone number and a Facebook. Is there any way you can send me $200?" So,
because based on like your you seem really upset about it.
No, I wasn't that upset. I felt bad because it's one I'm not gonna say who, but one person. Actually, I'm flattered because they sent $200 to the scammer, thinking it was me.
Okay, that I would be actually upset about.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything. It's not my fault. But yeah, I did feel bad that they lost money. But I felt flattered, like shit. They would send me money that easily if I just asked for it. That's very nice of them. But I do feel bad. I don't know any way. I had nothing to do with them getting their money back. Unfortunately, I would if I could.
I was gonna say, just Lakshmi.
Mm-hmm.
He gets cloned like every other day.
That makes sense. He's a one of a kind. Like, and it also makes sense because there's a lot of fake accounts are Indians online, like bots and shit. A lot of them are Indian. Why they clone me? I don't get these people's. I mean, I get it, but like, it's such a bizarre way to make money. Obviously it's unethical, and it's also just like, it's so weird.
I always think it's funny when people go out of their way to scam comics because it's like
they don't have any money.
Yeah.
Except me. This person fucked up. They should have made an account for someone else and asked me for money. I'm very generous.
They should have cloned me.
Oh, I wouldn't send you anything. Fuck no. They should have cloned it as like, I don't know who. No, I obviously I know it's false, but like, who would I send money to? If they, I mean, look. If someone I knew decently, like, really, like, I'm gonna be homeless if I don't get this money for rent, I'd help them within reason. I'm not gonna give them $1,000, but I'd give them $100. If it was desperate and it really was a legitimate thing, yeah, I'd give it.
I ain't helping nobody.
Well, you don't have anything to give. So.
Even if I did, even when I did.
Well, why not?
I just ain't helping nobody. I'm saying the only way they could get money out of me is it would have to be like a pregnancy scare.
Well, why wouldn't you give someone money that's your friend?
I'd have to be paid for an operation.
But why? But what if it was like $20 for your friend?
Nah.
Why not?
I'm not generous at all.
Is that? Are you serious?
They told me Manny Monopoly.
I know, but I'm saying why? Like, why don't you like to help people with money if you had it?
Get a job, Bob.
All right. What if your parents ask for money? By the way, you're not on. Your head's off screen. I don't know.
Oh,
sorry.
Fuck
no, it was okay before. Just
fine.
Yeah. What if your parents asked you for money?
Too bad.
Who's this?
This is my group chat.
Is that your baby?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, no.
Oh fuck! We wouldn't want that on screen. Oh, you removed it? Oh yeah. Yeah. So, but anyway, with the money, yeah. I mean, but would you give money? Would you loan money?
Even worse.
All right.
Just then I'm sitting around waiting for it back.
Hey, right. That's why I like to just give it, so I don't have to be the asshole to pressure people.
Yeah.
What do we got? Do we got anything on Instagram? Let's see. I'm gonna check.
Not see.
Why can't
I want to get used to?
you take the mouse away from me?
I want to get used
Dude.
to. I want to get you used to just podcasting.
But here's the thing. You told me earlier I'm gonna have the mouse to control the screen because you can't see, and now you're not letting me use it.
Well,
it's my computer, my mouse.
Okay.
So I can use it if I want to use it. It's not alright. Whatever. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna pick my battles. But only reason I want to do that, I want to see if people are engaged. But whatever.
If they're really engaged, they'd be talking.
But like you ever watch a YouTube live stream?
Yeah.
They have comments and they respond to the comments as they do it.
Sometimes some people do, some people don't.
I know. I'm just saying it's not a crazy thing.
In my opinion, the better shows are the ones that don't because they're putting on a show.
Right, but part of the point of live streaming and not pre-recording is for that reason, so that people can contribute in real time.
Yeah, if someone wants to contribute in real time, call the number 215-770-0302.
I agree that's ideal, but not everybody is able to talk on the phone, but they might still have a quick comment.
Well, then that's fine. Whatever. They can be in the quick comment section.
All right. The only problem is we'll never see it on Instagram.
Well, that's...
At the end we'll see it.
Yeah, exactly. My thing is, I don't want to get easily distracted.
Well, I'm already easily distracted.
Yeah, exactly. So
I thought you had ADHD. You have ADHD, right?
Yeah.
So why? So you seem a lot more focused than I am.
I lock in different aspects.
All right. Are you ever easily distracted?
I'm not easily focused.
So when you're not focused, you're distracted.
I don't know if distracted is the word, but okay. I'm just scatterbrained.
So I guess you have a different. So I guess your ADD manifests differently than mine.
Yeah.
Do you have hyperactive or inattentive or combined?
I don't know.
Well, by those terms,
can you? I don't meditate on it that much, and then I go through different moods, and then
depending
on my meditation or how much caffeine I've had and stuff, and so I can't. Like some days I'm hyperactive, some days I'm inattentive, some days it's just.
So that sounds like combined. If you have both, then it sounds like combined. I have combined.
Okay.
Do you have a hard time not saying shit that's in your mind?
Like
calling out and.
No, I usually just don't say shit. But the shit in my mind is always inappropriate, which is.
But you don't have a problem holding it back.
Yeah, I just won't say anything until. But then if someone asks me what I'm thinking of, I have a hard time thinking of something safe to say. So that's why I'm a quiet person.
Okay, because for me, I'm quiet. Oh, sorry. What did you want to say?
It's because if I were to just be speaking my mind all the time, it'd be nothing but pissing people off.
Well, I run into that something, but for me, it depends on my mood. But for me, it's hard to not say. There are times, like certain environments, I'm just totally quiet. But other ones where I feel a little more comfortable, I'm just like, everything, like, it's hard for me not to, like, even when you're getting ready for this podcast, it's so hard for me not to be like, wait, what's over here? Click on this part. It's very hard for me, like, to control that. Especially if I'm excited. It's hard for me to, like, keep that. Or if I'm watching TV with Katie, I'm talking, I'm like, wait, why did he go there? Why did he say that? Hold on, is that the guy from the previous scene? Like, I'm always, like, narrating shit, and Katie can't stand it because it distracts from the show, but it's very hard for me to, like, to not say anything.
What always gets me is when if for some reason I've already seen a show and I'm showing someone else, and I can deal with questions and talking, but when they're asking stuff that it's like, or even if I haven't already seen it, but it's like I obviously wouldn't know the answer.
Oh yeah, I ask for that all the time.
Before I'm like, well, do you want me to spoil the show for you or not? Because
I kind of do because the other part of my ADD. Sorry, what do you want to say?
I was gonna say sometimes it's like not even that they wanna. Sometimes it's not even them trying to be spoiled. It's like them not paying attention, but paying attention enough to know that they're supposed to be confused. Like them. So it's like I don't know.
I mean, I have trouble. I miss a lot of stuff that happens, not because I want to, but it just. I'll be watching it and I'll be like, wait, why did it? Like, it just happened? We just saw the reason, and I'm like, it went right by me.
So, but you don't mind spoilers?
Not that much because I get so easily confused that kind of knowing ahead of time helps me pay attention. Okay. It depends. I mean, if it's something crucial, then I don't want to spoil it. But I think I don't. Spoilers don't bother me as much as for most people because I like to see how it's executed.
Yeah.
Even if I know what happens, I want to see how it happens.
I'm the same way. I don't give a fuck if anyone likes The Sixth Sense.
Well, that one might have been because that's the premise of the whole movie. That one I might have not wanted to be spoiled.
I still haven't seen it, but it's like I'll watch it. I've watched parts of it. Like, oh, nice. I like how they did that. But it's also I just don't care. And studies show that people enjoy movies more when they are spoiled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it because of what I said that like it's easier to follow?
Yeah, I think they just like appreciate the execution and it doesn't really like if a good movie should be like even if you're spoiled.
I agree with that.
It's still.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like these days a lot of stuff like shows especially, they rely on this crazy unpredictable thing is gonna happen, and that's like the whole pitch for the show. But once you've seen it once. You know what happens. It's like, all right, because the show's not done well enough to be enjoyed multiple times. The only reason you enjoy it is because you're waiting for the crazy plot twist. But like the best shows, you might know exactly what's going to happen, but the way it's done is enjoyable. Like Sopranos. They have mob shit going on, the mob politics, who's the boss, what's their scheme. And like, you don't really need to know that. It's about the acting, the character development. There's a lot of humor in it, and that's and the way the characters interact and their personality and the whole world. And even if you know what's gonna happen, it's just so well done that it's like it doesn't matter. So
yeah, I mean, The Sopranos is literally just a slice of life. Anime.
Exactly, slice of life. I love slice. Is that anime? Yeah, I like slice of life.
I refer to The Sopranos as an anime.
Right. Patrick showed me this one anime that I was kind of. I usually don't like anime, but this one. It was called Rainbow. It's like these kids. I like realistic. I don't like fantasy too much. So this one, these kids, juvenile delinquents, they're in prison and there's fucking. It's like a prison thing. But that one seemed decent because I like gritty, realistic shit. Like that's like fantasy. I don't fuck with too. The only kind of fantasy is if it's like what's it called, low fantasy, where it's just like one part of it's fantasy, but the rest of it is realistic.
That's a show you would probably like called Tokyo Revengeance.
Anime?
Yes.
Okay.
There's some sort of like sci-fi fantasy aspect to it, but not much. Like the guy travels through time.
Right.
But it's mostly just like him he's an adult. He's back in his kid's body, but he just going through like not even just like gang life as a kid in Japan.
I love crime movies.
And they're just like get into gang fights with other like kids. I think they're all bike gangs. Yeah, they're all motorcycles.
That does sound good actually.
Yeah,
is it a lot of action though? Because if it's too much action, I get thrown off.
It's not too much action, but it's a decent. But it's all like hand-to-hand realistic fights, and the guy who wrote it was like former.
Okay. Oh really?
Yeah.
Is there like a lot of dialogue in it too? I like dialogue.
Yes, I don't. It's been a few years since I've seen it, but.
Do you watch I don't really know anime much, but I just things I hear of. Do you know One Piece? Do you watch that?
It's my favorite show.
Oh really? Do you know a character named Kizaru?
Yeah.
There's a Russian rapper that named himself that, and I always when I researched it, I found out it's a So no, that was just a connection I had. But is he like an important character or just?
He's one of the strongest characters.
He's a pirate?
No, he's a marine.
Oh, so he's not a bad guy, or he's corrupt?
It's hard to tell. There's a lot of gray morality in One Piece,
right.
So it's hard to say who's a bad guy, because the world government is like the ultimate bad guys, but there's a lot of good guys working for them who are just following orders or who don't know how bad it is.
Like Hitler, yeah.
Or but then also like the pirates, like the good guys the quote unquote good guys of the show are pirates, but they're not trying to be good guys.
I hear you. They're like anti-heroes.
Yeah, but they are like anti-heroes, but they're also just heroes. They just go around doing good shit.
They don't steal. They don't do pirate stuff like stealing.
They try to, and it usually there's one arc where they end by stealing a bunch of shit. And then the people that they stole from were like, we were gonna give you so much more shit, and then they left before we could give them all.
Why were they gonna give it to them? They were scared.
Because they did a good deed. They beat up a guy they didn't like.
That does sound like gray area, like kind of. But yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
The thing with pirates. Sorry, what?
No, what's up?
I would say I used to want to be a pirate when I was a kid. I loved pirates. Like a pirate, not like a Somalian pirate. That's cultural appropriation of the OG pirate. I'm talking about eye patch and fucking parrot on my shoulder and the fucking hat, like basically like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. I wanted to be that so badly. In school, they'd ask me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I said a few things. I said rapper, garbage man, and pirate. That's what I wanted to be.
You could be all three of those things.
I know.
Still. You could be the rapping garbage pilot.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, there's not too much opportunity for pirating now, other than like the Somalian bullshit.
You could be a pirate character.
I could be
who raps about.
Well, I could just do online piracy.
You could rap about fucking being a seafaring pirate,
right?
and taking out trash.
So the reason Garbage Man, when I was a kid, I love Garbage Man. They were so cool. Like they're so nice to me and friendly. I used to give them like little gifts and stuff, little toys. But who I was always afraid of as a kid was police. I don't know why. Sorry, what?
I feel like the whole you not liking police thing is gonna lead into a predictable rabbit hole, so I don't really care.
Okay, alright, sure. Well, that's fine. We can move on.
The comment that I was going to say was one of my favorite comedians, Dick Masterson.
Shit, I don't think I know him.
He's not a stand-up comic, but he's a guy. He explained the movie Ghostbusters in a way that, like, yeah, they have all these PhDs or whatever, but that's just like to justify their garbage men. But the garbage they take out is ghosts.
I guess that's true.
They're just wear jumpsuits. They're fucking walking around.
But I would say it's harder than taking out regular garbage. That would be like a garbage man and the garbage fights back. Like if garbage could fight back and it was alive, you know. But yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But they're just like a bunch of blue collar guys. Like, oh yeah, it's like, oh, what if we cross the streams over here?
Right.
Like, we ain't supposed to do that. Fuck the union regulations.
I only ever saw the first Ghostbusters. It had who was the black guy in it?
He was a no-name dude.
Oh.
Like,
I'm just glad they had some diversity, but no, but it was yeah, but you know it's crazy. Just a few years ago, I saw my first white garbage man. I was like, they give them these jobs too now? What the fuck? Damn, equality. No, every garbage man I saw when I was a kid was black. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I like them. But I was like, fuck, they're giving whites these jobs? Wow. We're really...
Never thought about it. But I can't think of one white guy.
Wait, sorry, I think you clicked something. Go back, scroll.
That I've ever seen.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But now, like, my garbage men here that collect my trash here, they have an Italian garbage truck. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
Italian doesn't count as white.
That's true. No, I did Tony Soprano for when I'm in an open mic, and I did like this set. I was like, "Hey, what you doing over here? Hey, I did the whole like, what the fuck?" You know, and people were like, "We know Italians are technically not a minority anymore, but that was the most racist shit I've heard." And I was like, and you know Lance?
No.
From Gojo.
Oh, yeah.
The older black guy. He's like, "Dad, is he really gonna, like make fun of Italians like that?" And I was like, "Listen, man, I couldn't do blackface, so this was my next best thing. What do you want?" He gave me a fist bump. He didn't get obviously I'm joking. I wouldn't do black, but it's cool because he started off that day going, "I don't anything made by white people. I don't like it. They never made anything." I'm like, so what about a car? What about your shoes? What if you're wearing jeans right now? A white guy made jeans. You should just take your jeans off then, right? And we kind of riffed a little bit, but he's not, he was just exaggerating, but it was fun. We always do racial whatever.
Why do Jews love doing Italian face?
Because Italians and Jews are so similar. Like Tony Soprano said, Italians are just Jews with better food. Like, we're so similar.
That was a Soprano joke.
Yeah, we really are very similar. Like culturally, we have overbearing mothers. We have a fucking. They're more street smart. Well, no, they're more like.
They're cooler.
Well, that depends. Do you know Andrew Dice Clay?
He's a Jew. He's a Jew doing Italian face.
No, that's how there's a lot of Jews in New York that's how they are. They talk just like Italians.
Yeah, they do Italian face.
No, it's not that. It's more so regional.
You know who's another Jew who does Italian face?
Who?
The Fonz.
Well, that's yeah, okay. He's literally acting, but
So's Dice Clay. You don't.
No, I get it's a persona, but he is kind of like that. Like there's in New York, it's a regional thing. A lot of New Yorkers, Jews, Italians, whatever, they kind of are like that. Like that's just a thing. Like I'm telling you, it's a New York thing, and like a North Jersey thing.
So if every New York Jew I meet is gonna act.
No, not everyone, but but I'm just saying they usually
most New York Jews.
No, I would say no one's saying most. I would say more blue collar ones. It's like a blue collar New Yorker thing that people of all across all the races or whatever.
The fact that it's not most means that it's a subset. Which, to me, that's like, okay, so if you're in the minority of your own group, then you're doing Italian face. You're doing...
But who's to say Italians aren't copying somebody? Like, why is it them that's the originator?
Because who the fuck would want to be Italian other than a Jew?
Who would want to be Italian? Excuse me? All of Wu-Tang.
What? They wanted to be Chinese?
And Italian. All the fucking Wu Gambinos, all the mafia shit. They had constant mafioso references. They did have obviously the kung fu, but you don't remember all the mafioso shit in their raps about being the Gambino and John Gotti. I mean, they loved all that shit.
It was just about doing crimes, though.
Yeah, but that's because
they were. Hey, I just made this mozzarella.
No, they didn't talk like that, but they looked up to the Italian criminals, basically the mobsters. A lot of gangster rap is based on like in the '90s. Was based on emulating Italian mobsters. That's why you hear all this stuff, all these references in rap. I mean, you can look it up. John Gotti, Corleone. This is not mafia, but like Scarface. That's whatever, but it's adjacent sort of. I know it's not Italian, but Corleone, John Gotti, Gambino's. I mean, you can look it up. There's a whole subgenre called mafioso rap. That's basically a bunch of black guys aspiring to be Italian mobsters. It's true. Jay-Z had the whole. Everybody.
I'm familiar with mafioso rap.
Yeah.
What's making me laugh is the image of where was Scarface from?
He's from Cuba originally.
Yeah, he's Cuban. I was sure if it was Cuban or Puerto Rican, but
the reason I brought him up is because Al Pacino, the actor who played him, is Italian. So it's a lot of overlap.
The idea of a Cuban going around doing Italian things.
Yeah, well, it was actually the other way around. It was Italian did Hispanic face. Because Pacino's obviously an Italian. I mean, an Italian. So, my point is that they definitely looked up to the Italian, like the mob shit for sure. Soprano's been mentioned in lyrics. I mean, Godfather a million times been mentioned. I forget who are the other like New York crime families. I know there's Gambino, a bunch of other ones. They've been mentioned a lot in rap. Like, trust me, it's big. So I don't know why we. But yeah, I was talking about Who Wants to Be Italian. Yeah, that's what I was saying. A lot of like. Apparently 90s street guys.
But they're not trying to be Italian. They just want to be successful crime lords.
Right, but they appropriated like Italian. They even named themselves Italian shit.
But they were because they were successful crime lords, not because of their culture of being.
Well, that's why I'm
Italian.
doing it too. I'm emulating like a mobster. Not in real life, but just like I like the character. It's a fun character. I'm not emulating like the Italian fucking plumber. I'm emulating the Italian like, hey. Although sometimes they talk similar, but I'm just saying. I'm like, hey, listen to me, man. Yo, by the way, no, I'm not gonna get into that. But
no.
Well, they had. Wait, have you ever seen Spike Lee do the right thing?
Yeah.
So you saw how there was a lot of tension.
Yes.
Yeah. But that was the confusing part. There's a lot of tension, but there's also like a weird mutual respect. And then I don't know how it is now, but I don't know. I'm just talking about what I see on TV or hearing. Oh no, I've heard some real life accounts too, but they had a very not a good word. The Italians.
Bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the full word?
Bullion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it, but it's a. Do you know where it comes from?
No, actually.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
It comes from the word so you know how like in Sopranos and other like North Jersey Italians, New York Italian, they fucking pronounce everything.
Yeah.
So like Capicola became gabagool, mozzarella is mozzarella. So there's a word called melanzana, which is eggplant, and they pronounce it as moulignan. And so they were saying, I mean, because eggplants are dark. That's all it was.
Okay. I feel like I had heard that before.
Yeah. But they had a lot of other words too in The Sopranos. Oh my God! Have you ever seen the one where Tony's daughter starts dating a black guy or a half black guy? How he says to him? Yeah.
I don't remember what he says, but.
Oh yeah, he says some stuff. He calls him a lot of things. Mostly just comparing him to random inanimate objects that are black, and he uses that as a slur. And that kid was half black, half Jewish too, which is, as we all know, the master race. No, okay. My wife hates when I say that. She can't give me one of those. No. I hope she's not home right now. But, nah, you know, everybody's fine. We're all equal. All races are equal.
Have you ever dated a black girl?
Yeah, of course. I don't know why I said of course, but yeah, I have, yeah. Before Katie, my longest relationship was with a black girl. She's friends with me on Facebook. I hope she doesn't watch this, and I don't know, it'd be weird. But, yeah.
Get some biracial children out of it.
Well, for a long time, I thought, well, when I was like younger, I thought I would have a biracial kid because I dated. So she was black, and then two other girls were half black. Does that count? No, not half black. One of them was half black. One of them was 3/4 black. Does that count?
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
It's your story.
All right, fine. Well, thank you. I mean, I'd say that one of them definitely was. The other one, I mean, yes, whatever. If Kamala's black, then so are these girls. Or whatever.
Kamala does not.
Kamala. But whatever. If Obama, whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah, but it was actually really.
Obama also does not count.
I mean, that's
We've only
debatable.
had one black president, and his name was Donald J. Trump.
Bill Clinton, people used to say. He played the saxophone on Arsenio. Remember that? I don't remember it, but I heard about it. But what's it called? Obama. That's a whole separate. But that could get political. I don't know. But I do have opinions on that. No, I mean, in a sense, whatever. I don't want to get into it, but I'll post a status about. No, I probably won't. Even I wouldn't do this, but anyway. But yeah, so these girls, yeah. So, but it's really fucked up. I mean.
So you were excited about the idea of having a half black kid?
Yeah, I was. I mean, I was stupid. Not mean, like I was kind of like, it was like, ooh, exciting. Like, yeah, it was kind of stupid. It's obviously stupid to look at things like that and to fetishize different cultures. It's obviously, I'm not standing by that today, but at the time, yeah, that's how I felt when I was like late teens, early 20s. Yeah, like, you know, but I progressed since then. I don't look at it like that anymore.
You know what's funny is half black, half Jewish kids don't get a lot of respect.
Well, Lenny Kravitz, he's fucking hugely successful.
Yeah, I mean, they're successful, but I mean, not like...
They don't get respect?
Yeah, I mean, he's
so
not...
what's some examples of them that don't get respect? Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not because he's Jewish. That's because of his behavior.
I mean...
Doja Cat is half black, half Jewish.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much respect she gets, but she's massively popular.
I mean,